Aaliyah Jefferson, a bright 16-year-old black student, was walking home from school one afternoon in Brookdale, a quiet suburban town where reputation often masked racism. Carrying her backpack and a binder filled with honors certificates, a police cruiser slowed beside her. Inside were Officers Daniels and Brooks, two white, middle-aged officers with a long history of unchecked authority. They rolled down their window and barked, "Where do you think you're going?" Confused and caught off guard, Aaliyah replied nervously, "Home. I live just up the street." Her answer didn't satisfy them. They claimed to be investigating reports of someone suspicious in the area. Despite her attempts to explain, they jumped out, accusing her of loitering and demanding ID. When she hesitated, stunned by their aggression, Brooks grabbed her arm roughly and Daniels shoved her against the cruiser. Aaliyah's books scattered to the ground. She pleaded with them to listen, to check her address, but they ignored her and handcuffed her as passers-by started filming the scene with their phones. Their eyes scanned her uniform and academic folders, but their minds were made up. She was guilty of walking while black. Then a sleek black SUV screeched to a halt. Out stepped Brookdale's mayor, Cassandra Jefferson, Aaliyah's mother. Mayor Jefferson marched toward the scene with fury in her eyes, wearing a tailored blazer from a city hall meeting she had left mid-session. "Uncuff my daughter. Now," she commanded. Daniels looked confused and condescending. "And you are?" he asked, as Brooks fumbled with the cuffs. Cassandra calmly held up her badge and ID. "I'm Mayor Cassandra Jefferson. And that girl you just assaulted is my daughter, Aaliyah." The officers paled. A hush fell over the gathering crowd. Phone cameras zoomed in as Cassandra, eyes narrowed, looked directly at the body cameras on their uniforms. "I want every frame of this footage preserved. You profiled and detained an innocent child, my child, with no cause. Internal Affairs will be getting a full report, along with a formal complaint." The officers, visibly shaken, tried to stammer apologies as they uncuffed Aaliyah. But the damage was done. That night, a press conference was held. Cassandra, flanked by her daughter, spoke with poise and rage. "If the mayor's daughter can be treated this way, imagine what happens to kids without power or protection." She demanded a formal investigation, immediate suspension of the officers, and reforms to policing in Brookdale. National headlines followed, and the video went viral. Protests erupted, led by youth groups chanting, "Protect Black Girls." Civil rights organizations rallied behind Aaliyah. She went from trauma to activism, speaking at schools and conferences. Her courage turned the tide. The backlash was swift and far-reaching. The Brookdale Police Department faced scrutiny like never before. Daniels and Brooks were suspended pending investigation, and it was revealed they had multiple past complaints of racial profiling that had been ignored. The town erupted in calls for accountability. Mayor Jefferson enacted emergency reforms, launching a civilian oversight board, mandatory bias training for officers, and appointing a new police chief committed to transparency.